You need to sit down there? There's a chair there.
Factor number on the TP care.
Listen to this.
Tom, I'm going to be asking to say Lord's Prayer, and I would also pray for the meeting after that, if you don't mind.
Yeah, we can do it, Joel. She got it, Walter? I think so. Huh? You said it, Walter? I didn't know, I didn't even see it. You said it's 50, you think 55?
That's the one you're replacing the alley.
50.
It was leaking. Yep.
Hello. How you doing today?
Wonderful. Did you guys generate? I got that on the
Here, you got them printed, might as well.
That was my first priority today.
7 months later, good. Thank you.
Freezing rain, yeah, it's freezing rain right now. In 4 days, like a month.
Is this going to be a short meeting? We'll find out. Thank you. You live in Rosebud?
Pardon me?
You live in Rosebud? I live there too, and I don't recognize it.
Where you at in Rosebud?
Right down the road. Yeah, right across from the storage shed, that blue house with the garage on the side of it, the red roof.
Oh, you're angry?
You know where the storage sheds are?
Yes.
Right across the street.
Okay. Blue house?
Blue house.
Yeah.
With the red roof.
Okay.
I can't. How many years you been there?
10, almost.
Oh, okay, I lived there 40. About 49 or something.
I don't get out much. I've been a hermit pretty much for a while.
I was trying to flake. I'm like, oh.
On Mill Street.
Oh, okay. I'm up by the cemetery.
Okay.
Jeff was trying to grab it. I said, you don't remember that. You wait till I wait till all that.
Because I'm so used to just saying to her boss.
Well, true, yeah.
She said something? And I'm the only one on that screen.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Technically, I'm the only one.
Yeah.
I've been there 20.
That is cool. You think it's better?
Thank you. Thank you.
There's some roll-up chairs back there.
There's a couple chairs.
Come on. You couple chairs back here, huh?
Spinning hot seats.
It's all the old house.
Yeah, I don't open very much for that, but I'm making that one into a big shop. So, yeah, more of a garden shop than anything. But it's been a money thing at the time. You know, it takes time. In fact, I didn't have the help to sell this stuff. Yeah, I had a couple of confusion here until I owned it. Now, getting about everything. I live just a couple of houses down in White House.
7 o'clock, we're going to start the meeting. Please stand for pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. For Father, the work of heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, and forgive us against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
I'm going to say the prayer for the meeting. Father, I know these meetings have been contentious at times. I hope that we can prevail today and act with calm heads, calm demeanor, and that we can progress and not fall behind. I pray this in your name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Bill. Roll call.
Tom Green,
Here.
No, I don't think at all.
Mike Moffett, Tom Dixon, Jeff Gallagher,
Here.
Tracy Sabella.
Here. Okay, before we open up the meeting, I'll suppose we had 3 executive meetings. One was on February 19th, 2026, from 10:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. with DEP to discuss, I guess they were violations, I guess you would call them, huh? And we had one on March 12th, 2026 at 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. to do interviews for part-time labor, or full-time labor and a part-time secretary. And on March 16th, today, at 2026, for another interview with a secretary from 6:15 to 6:45. That being said, we want to see motion to approve meeting minutes.
Maybe, right?
We have the minutes read. There's a good bit there. I think we're not going to read them.
I'll make a motion for them. I think there's some problems in there that you
Want
need
to
to
make
try
some
and amend.
What do you want to amend?
Motion to approve the emergency meeting. It says all in favor. If I objected to it, why would I turn on motion for it?
You say all in favor?
It says all in favor, but yeah.
Please let me hear Jeff Gallagher object.
To this, yeah, to this special meeting for the 29th and not the 14th.
Yeah, Jeff Gallagher objects.
But then
You don't want that.
it says all in favor.
Jeff Gallagher making a motion to remove all in favor out of the minutes. Is there a motion to approve that? We have to approve the amendment.
All amended, yeah.
We have to vote on it. Is there a second? Jeff makes the motion to amend. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Mike second, all in favor? Good. Is there another one?
Yeah, this next quote, it says Brenda Dixon asked if there was fuel tank that got fixed. Tom Dixon replies no. G. Gallagher says that there's still 55 gallon drum there because can't turn up the pump. On the day tank, Tom Dixon says it keeps filling back up with water. Jeff Gallagher says that that's not an emergency. Now, what I said was, I said if that is not an emergency, it would be a smart ass. Whenever you have water turn on and going into your fuel tanks and we're spending that much money on it. So,
What's the amendment you want to take out?
no, I want to word that, add the word if. Because I was being a smart ass and said if that is an emergency. I don't know what page of that is, second to last maybe.
Second, that. Richard Terrell seconds it. All in favor? Aye. Add that word in.
Whatever it is, it says, turn says Ryan David on the top. That's it. It should be the things that I have. I don't hear that side.
If.
Good.
Mm.
Amendment's been approved. Okay, with the approved amendments, is there a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll make that motion.
On Crossing, that's the motion to approve the amended minutes. Bill seconds, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any opposed? Okay. Public comment. Who's first? Please just state your name, just for the secretary, please, so she knows who's saying what.
I'm Jim Carlson, and I'm just here to see how things are run, what's going on, what's being done to get it fixed, get things rolling. My main objective is to bring the government in for more funding for you guys to get everything what you need to where the public has safe drinking water and it's maintained. And whether it's more equipment, but I definitely know we need a new water system. You know, it's outdated. Everybody knows that. So,
We appreciate you.
now you're welcome. There's more, you know, along with the power lines,
Sure, yeah.
everything. You know,
Right.
emergency backup systems, everything what you're gonna need. And I'm just glad to be here to meet everybody, you know, put eyes on it and hear how everything's being managed.
Thank you. Appreciate you coming.
Glad to be here.
Well, everybody jump at once. Who's next?
I have a billing question. I want to know how you're supposed to call and ask about your bill when there's nobody there. You did.
I did,
You did. Yeah.
but I couldn't help you.
No, couldn't help. Most people work.
I do. I work at FedEx. That's my main job in the morning, so I don't get there until around noon. And then I'm there normally from noon to 4.
And most people work till 4 or 5, till they get home, you're gone. So there's no way to ask a question about your bill. I got my last bill, my meter hasn't been read since December 20th.
What's your address?
My address is 38 Washington Street. I have the bill with me. My meter hasn't been read. I actually didn't get this bill, and that's probably the post office's fault, which I will, our post office isn't the greatest. Yeah, it says my water usage is 0, and then I have a
That's a good thing.
$24.75 credit. Yeah, same meter reading on December 20th as it was on November 20th. I just don't understand. And my meter is one of the easiest meters in Rosebud to read.
That, I was gonna ask, is that in Rosebud, right?
Yes, yes. It's on Washington Street, halfway up the hill. We have a cement slab that is cleared out because we have a special needs daughter that I have to be able to get people in and out of my house. So
We
it's
just
clear.
interviewed a secretary, we're gonna try to get another.
Well, then it's just, you know, even if you're
secretary on
estimating the bill, It's not an estimate.
No.
I
Zero
mean,
read is not an estimate.
No, and it says my water charge is $39. Well, that's not even an estimate. To get an estimate bill, you take several of your bills and estimate them, and that's what you bill the person, not the basic charge. So basically, I haven't had a real meter read since December. We're going into March, and I'm fortunate enough that I'll be able to pay that bill, but there's a lot of people in this area that aren't going to be able to pay a bill that is 3 times the bill because they're on fixed incomes.
It's a slow process, but we are trying to make improvements to the way we're reading meters.
I mean, but this is like almost 3 months.
I understand that.
Carl, what you're doing is no improvement. Hiring him back is the same guy that wasn't reading meters.
Tom.
Now, I'm
I'm
telling
just
you,
making, he did us a favor, is all I'm saying.
no, he ain't doing us no favor. He hasn't read the meter for 4 months.
I'm asking you not to be contentious, Tom.
Well, I'll tell you how it
I'm
is.
sorry, what's your name, ma'am?
Oh,
agree.
it's Kim McElhaney.
That's the board's call, not mine, I just put it on
Yeah,
there.
When did the board call, hire him back?
They didn't, he asked me if I needed help,
He ain't coming back.
and I appreciated the fact that he came up and volunteered his time to read meters.
Volunteer his time.
Yes, he did.
Calm down, please, just keep moving here.
And I offered to pay him, and he didn't want any money out of my pocket.
He ain't getting any here, and he didn't do his job before.
Are you done?
Am I finished?
That's why she has a problem, because the job wasn't being done.
I don't disagree with that. I don't know that for a fact, but I don't disagree with it.
Let's let her finish her.
And as far as the water quality, it is an issue. I mean, you know, and I know that I know the lines are old, I know. But it's an issue because especially, you know, we had perfect storms, no power, and a special needs daughter. I have got to boil water. I mean, and whenever I have to boil 2 pots of water every night, luckily I have a generator. But again, my neighbors don't have a generator, so I boiled water for my neighbors. So
And I
it's,
will address that in my...
yeah, it's just a perfect storm, and I'm not here to be mad at anybody. I'm not here to cause any problems. I'm just concerned, and like this nice gentleman, I just want to do what I can to help too.
We're not the only municipality that's having trouble. Well, Tuna, they're working around the clock.
Oh, I know.
When they're year-round, they still don't have water. Because we had that cold spell, that's been years and years and years before since we had a cold spell like that.
Oh,
For
yeah,
that long.
right.
For that long, yeah, Phil.
Bill, do you want to go next, or I'm sorry, wait, just wait, let me just,
Dixon's
are you
comment
done?
about this lady's concern and Rob no reading, it needs stated. It doesn't matter if the board then authorize it, it's a insurance liability no matter how you put it. Period. That's all I wanted to say. Better be aware, because if anything happens to the man and he says, oh, I was doing this or that for Tima, now you're in a litigation.
We appreciate it, Bill.
I have a question. How many manual and non-manual do you have?
We have about 269 meters that have the digital read, and the other ones are touch read.
What I mean is, how much supervision do you have versus how many workers do you have?
Not enough.
How many supervisors are there?
Basically, I guess you would call me the supervisor.
Do you work as well?
I do.
Okay. That's something that needs to be addressed. And what I know throughout my career is, and there's no pun, but I do know that whenever you put your hands on the work, you are no longer a part of supervision. And the only way to make sure that everything is going smooth is to be non-manual in allocating the work. And you're an engineer, is that correct?
Yes, I'm a licensed water operator.
Licensed water operator, okay. Well, for this to happen, for you to be the supervisor that you need to be able to not put your hands on the work and be directing the work to where you can see other jobs going on at the same time, to where everything runs smoothly.
That would be nice.
Yes, and you need that help.
Yeah, we've had job postings on Pennsylvania Rural Water, you know, and on Indeed, trying to find a full-time licensed operator to be here full-time. We just haven't been very successful with it, that's all.
Understand.
We are striving to trying to get somebody here full-time. We know we need somebody here full-time, hands-on, to manage the place. That's what-
On his topic, may I?
Yeah, go ahead, Bill.
This is not a job to learn as you go without trained, qualified, certified oversight. One mistake can cost this authority millions of dollars.
Absolutely.
You need people trained, training on site, and without it, you're in trouble.
Where are you gonna find them? That's the problem, we can't.
You pay 'em.
Let's,
But you would
one
cure
person at a
leaks.
time.
But you cure
Calm down,
leaks.
calm down. One person at a time. We're gonna move on to next public comment, one person at a time.
Keep on out there too.
Who was that? Did you have something you want to say, Bobby?
I said the workers don't need pictures taken on them while they're working. That's ridiculous.
That's part of the problem with
I'll tell you
turnover.
what, then,
Let's
let's address that.
Let's move on. Hold on, Bill. Who's the other girl back there? I can't see you, I'm sorry.
A couple guys. Oh, that's it, her.
Are you done?
Yeah, finding people are hard, even in my profession, nobody wants to work anymore.
Thank you. Jim Harris, did you have something you said there, or no? Mr. Harris?
I'm just listening to
Okay.
the water for all.
Okay.
I got a bucket out here what I took out of my filters yesterday. If anybody wants to drink it, more power to you.
Okay.
I'll be up to flush that end line tomorrow, sir. There is an end line blow off
I
on
know
it.
there is. It's never been done for how long?
Well, we did blow it off when we fixed that valve in the alley. I don't know how much it helps you, but I will make a point to get up there and blow that off.
I'm spending,
Go ahead.
well, that filter out there is $25.
I understand.
I got a $700 freaking water system on my house. I'm good, right here. You're good. I shouldn't have that on my house.
No, you shouldn't.
$150 every 3 months. That's just for 3 of them, and I gotta change one every month to month and a half. They're $50 for
Well, I was
2.
hoping that leak we repaired and the valve that we repaired would take care
Why,
of it.
why do I pay a water bill?
But I promise you, I will be up there to blow that off.
Another
tomorrow.
problem is why do I pay a water bill when it feels like, oh, not now, but before I put my water system in, just like you're getting a swimming pool. So you turn your shower on, it's full chlorine,
I'm gonna address that in my,
and that's drinkable?
it is. I took this right out of the faucet here today, out of the burr building.
That come out of my line, you wanna drink it?
Probably not if it looks like you said it does, but I'm just saying,
But I should be able to drink my water.
you should, sir. I agree. And like I said, I will look into it and I will try to remedy your situation.
Go ahead now,
Promise
I'm
you
gonna
that.
move on to Bill there, go ahead.
Is there a maintenance schedule,
For blow-offs?
well, for everything that needs done in general? Is
I'm
there
gonna
a
say probably
schedule?
not.
There was, but it hasn't been followed for a long time.
Understood.
We've had a lot of turnover in the last couple, I know since I've been here, there's been a lot of turnover.
The same issues that we're facing right now are the same issues that were brought to the board 3 years ago. Why are we waiting 3 years to turn around and do something now? We have these people turn around coming in here about the quality of their water.
How was your quality of your water 3 years ago, sir?
I've had that filter system in for 5 years.
5 years. You have to change them every 3 months for the last 5 years.
Yeah,
Okay. I wouldn't have thought that, but,
yeah, I did.
okay. I appreciate that.
Bill, you wanna go ahead and
And
go
I
now?
tried to call many times and I get the same answer. We'll look into it.
Well, I'll do more than that. You didn't talk to me.
Thanks, Jim. Jim, you done?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, Bill.
About that comment about people taking pictures, the only pictures I took were of the weir. I got accused of it, and then I got screamed at with expletives that I won't repeat in this room, and I was supposed to just take it. That guy was in a Tima truck on Tima time, and he accused me, and I tried talking him down. I said, no, I wasn't. Yes, you were. I said, buddy, you know, you do your job, what are you worried about? And he just kept getting louder and more vulgar. I want a formal complaint, I've signed it, I want it read by every board member, and I want it entered into the minutes. The man is a ticking time bomb, a loaded pistol, and he's gonna cost you money. If he did it to me, he's gonna do it to others. I pulled off the main street I had the church to my right. Everything was full, every pump, people coming and going. It was by 11:45. My phone goes off. I pull it up like this to see who it is. I can't turn in there, so I'm like this. And when I pull it down, he's glaring at him, gets in his truck, pulls out, pulls up next to me. That guy come out, so I pulled in. He blocked me from getting to pump 6, which was the only one open, and screamed at me through the window. I couldn't even open my door. I almost pulled him through his window and tied him in a knot. I'll not put up with it again. You talk to the man, or I'll take him to court, or I'll go to jail and handle it myself. I'll not be spoken to like that. I've been a customer longer than he is old. That's one. Since you got me on here, you're saying improvements. Well, I just clocked your numbers, and if I did it correctly, and I'm pretty sure I did, you're at about 4 or 5. So instead of 5 million coming to the plant, and 4,810,000 going to the customers, and a little over 1.5 million sold, and you market 30% loss, it's 73 by anybody's math.
I think more than 50/50.
Now, I'm talking, this is December and January 24 and 25, or 25 and 26, and there's the plant. I got the plant through all right to know. This is all from you guys.
Yeah.
You got 73% loss, for God's sakes. It's running 22.5 hours a day. Your electric average is $4,400 a month. You know, 2 years ago, it was like 3.6, and the numbers would go per month. And then you topped it at 5 million in January. I haven't seen any February numbers except what he put on this report, and you're still at 3.59, almost 3.6 million. And you know what? I have a question. How long have you been on the board, mister?
I don't know, probably 3 terms maybe.
Well, you answer this for me then, since you've been here that long. When I quit in 2000, we had 592 accounts. We had 12 businesses. We had a car wash and a laundromat. People down here, Oshos had 5 trucks, they washed them every day. 3 more hairdressers. I mean, it was busy. Hunter's was open, there were stores open, TikTok was open, the corner bar was open, everybody using water. And guess what? I averaged 90,000 a day. And I did inline blow-offs, 8 a week minimum. I don't understand how you jump from 592 accounts using 60,000, 50 to 60,000 customer use, down to 561 accounts, and you're using more? Because that's the inflated numbers. You're telling me that you're 2.7 million is what you're selling. And that doesn't come out with the math to the income that you report. You're 22 and a half hours down with 4,400 a month for electric. Fix your leaks. The electric will be cut in half. The plant won't be straining its guts out trying to keep up.
You act like you don't realize this.
Well, you don't, because you've been doing it for 2+ years and you for 7 months, Don.
Well,
You're gonna, but you do nothing.
and I have been.
You do nothing.
Bill,
This place needs a full, thank you.
I don't
Thank you,
disagree.
I will. This place needs a full-time, certified, qualified person that has this in their heart to make sure the people have safe water.
We just
This
discussed.
2 hours a week isn't cutting
I've
it.
been up here more than 2 hours.
Because the people are complaining.
No, not because the people are complaining, Bill, because I'm out from midnight to 6 a.m. turning valves, isolating things in the system, and finding the leaks to narrow them down. I have been.
You have state-of-the-art equipment. You have correlators set up twice. You have a meter that you can live time and live stream from the...
I know what I'm doing, Bill. I don't
Hold
do that.
up, calm down. Bill, just hang on a minute. He has a report that has some stuff in it.
I saw it, and that's still, by my numbers, there's nothing on there.
Well, I'm just saying, I know they've been doing some leak detection and
That's
stuff.
still, like you click, it's still 48, 52%.
No, I understand. I'm just saying, I know they've
And I'm
been
not denying it.
actively.
And I spent all last week trying to narrow these down.
All right, last question. Last question.
Just wait a minute, Bill. The pipes that's in there too, they say that that's really, really hard to detect a leak with the pipes that's out there, that's in.
Tracy.
Real hard.
I did it for a long time. You got the equipment, it's not hard. The equipment does the work. All you need to do is know how to use it.
This guy from PRWA.
You can hear a mouse fart and a bell cotton 2 blocks away with that stuff. It's that high tech. All you just need to know how to use it.
We was at that DEP meeting, they even said that type of pipe that's in there is pretty hard to.
Yeah, that guy from PRWA said.
Yeah, it's hard to detect.
That's the exact opposite of what I heard, and cold weather when it screws is when it's best.
Well, I was at the meeting.
Me too, I don't know about that.
Yeah, well, they also said you don't need a weir on the intake of the reservoir, so how do you know how to maintain natural stream flow if you don't know what's coming in on the back end?
All right, Bill, let's move on, okay, buddy?
So these numbers, you're all happy with them, and you're happy with the work that's being done, that's correcting these numbers?
We'd like to see some leak stuff, that's for sure.
I'm not happy with them numbers, and I'm striving to make it better.
Well, I
told you
think,
that.
I want to add this, I think based on what I overheard from eyewitnesses, and what you did on my bottom on that 8-inch down there, you just slammed that valve open and shoot a wall of water out, forcing that air column ahead of you, and you're just destroying everything at the ends. Oh, that's not my opinion, that's fact, Donald.
Hey, let's, Donald, or Bill, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have an aneurysm if I keep going. You guys I keep saying stuff and you just keep ignoring it and go, well, we'll take care of it, and then you don't, 7 months later.
Are there proper thrust blocks installed whenever lines are put in?
What is it?
Thrust blocks?
Rust blocks?
Thrust blocks.
There's a few in there, we say some.
I don't know.
I just everything now is
I
mechanical.
don't think it's enough.
Yeah, you still have to have a thrust block.
On your T's and your valves and your
Every 90-degree turn,
Right.
intersections, yeah.
As far as I know, what's installed is, they're there. Most of what I've seen in the dugout, they put them back into 55, so.
Is there any problem that there's no clay dams on the sewer system?
Say that again?
There's no clay dams on the sewer system? It's all backfill 2Vs.
One big
The
bridge
water
drain.
breaks will not come up. They're running right down the 2Vs. That's what makes it so hard to find
Yeah.
a broken line.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah. But there is some thrust blocks there. I've seen a couple. I haven't seen many, but I've seen a couple of them.
I got you.
In fact, that one up there, you just see that thrust block on
Is
it.
that what you're referred to, is that what you?
Thrust
No,
blocks.
thrust blocks are concrete.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Keep from pushing
Keeps it from
joints.
pushing out, like pipe pushing away from the
That's gonna stop a lot of hazard in the future. Put some of those broken lines.
Ribbon clay dikes every 500 feet, these leaks will be coming up somewhere.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Well, thank you, Bill. Mr. Young, did you have something you wanted to say?
No, I just wanted to, I was getting a lot of questions, so I figured I'd just come down and see what was going on.
Appreciate your support.
Dick, I'd like to
Perry
speak to
Township
you
people.
at some point before you leave.
I can say that I contacted DEP just so I could get some questions, and that guy said he took 2 tests and they were good.
Yeah.
Couple tests on each end of the town.
Well, thank you for your support for the Perry Township people, Mr. Elkins.
I don't have the number to call it.
I did contact the district rep, and hopefully I hear something back, because I'm going to direct him over here to talk to you guys, and, make sure that, because the big thing is, the public is aware of everything, and, you get the representatives, if they don't do their job, they're not going to get voted in again.
Right.
So he's going to be giving you all the help you need.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Any more public comment? I'm sorry. Did you have something you want to say?
Actually, I could, but, no, I didn't plan on it, but, so just from what I'm hearing, I'm Ardeen Latchford, and I'm from Tyrone. I'm actually working with, how you doing? I'm working.
Good, nice to meet you.
Yeah. So I'm actually working for PRWA now, trying to find the leaks in town, and I can tell you that the kind of pipe you guys have, so I've been here for about 2 weeks, kind of like trying to do what I can do. And from what I've seen, you guys have a great water source here, you have a great plant, membrane filtration is top of the line, you have an old system. And this asbestos cement line pipe is terrible to try to find a leak on. It just is, honestly. And it's even in its time, it was the middle of the road water line to put in. And that's nobody's fault here,
it's just so whoever in the 50s, or when was it put in, Dawn, in the 60s? 55. Yeah, so in 55, they were probably looking at the most economically feasible way to get water to their customers. Well, AC pipe was the I guess the bee's knees, that they would use that term back then, and, but today it's not. And it's really difficult to work on, it's difficult to find leaks on. The correlator I've used, I mean, it just, like if there's a clamp on it, it's just gonna cut my signal, I can't, locate where it's at. I worked for Tyrone Borough for 33 years, I was their borough manager for 8.5 years. So my concern is, you guys have a great source, you have a great plant. Your system's in bad shape. I'm concerned that, or I'm wondering if the Urbana area doesn't qualify for what's called CDBG funding, which stands for Community Development Block Grant Funding, which gets funneled down from the Department of Community and Economic Development. So it comes from the state to the county to you guys. I'm guessing you do qualify for that funding. We have applied in
You have to apply in
Yeah.
December.
Yeah, but I'm thinking right now, so water and sewer projects are on the top of their list. They are their priority list. So, I mean, I don't know who your county grants coordinator is.
Lisa Kavalik.
Lisa Kabalik? Okay, so, I mean, I'd be on the phone with her constantly if you guys can try to funnel some funding here.
Jeff and I applied for a water line replacement on South Street several years ago, and got denied. Commissioners.
Did it?
Yes. Yeah.
I'd be curious if it would now.
What about your name, please?
Ardeen. Latchford.
Ardeen.
Yeah.
What's your last name?
Latchford?
Latch.
Yeah, I'm from Tyrone. Yeah. My daughter lives over in
I know they
Clinton.
had a Heath Aquascope back in '99.
What's that?
A Heath
Oh,
Aquascope.
yeah.
All right, and I had a guy for water come up. We didn't have any trouble going from valve to valve anywhere on the system.
Yeah.
We heard it just like, and that was like an antique compared to what these guys have.
Yeah, those old clackers, the old, geophones, like,
Yeah, and we could hear it easily.
yeah.
Easily. So, and in the wintertime, it was even better. So I argue your statement. I have hands-on experience. I even went rural water. I went about, because they were overwhelmed, that I helped other systems run their equipment.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, you guys used to give like 6 seminars a year on leak detection.
Right.
And I went to as many as I was able.
Yeah. Yeah, and from what I understand, though, the material over here is clay pipe with clay around it, or transite pipe with, you guys are predominantly clay over here? So now, like in Tyrone, there's a lot of river bottom. If we had AC pipe there, yeah, I'd be able to hear it much easier. That clay really, it dampens the signal, it dampens the noise, but, yeah, I mean, I've only been over here a few times, but, yeah, I'm hoping this week that we'll be able to try to hammer something out and see if we can't get this thing cut down some, so. And that's going from valve to valve to valve, because honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, the correlator, I'm just not trusting it over here. The automatic, the high-tech equipment, I think we just need to try to go valve to valve and just start listening again,
I'll slap you hard.
Well, I really appreciate you coming in.
Oh, no, I
Appreciate your input.
If you think that's funny, you won't. All I know is what was, and it worked, and we had the ground probe, so you hook on between and you listen between the valves and or hydrants. You watch your little decibel counter, and you keep track, you keep logs. And then you know, and then, okay, it's between here and here, and you use your ground probe and your decibel count, and it builds, decreases. It ain't rocket science, right there it is. We dug down and hit it just about every time.
Thanks, Bill. Yeah.
You didn't take the garbage out.
I know.
Okay, first of all, Phil, I'm gonna go back to what you said. In 2000, what happened?
In 2000,
Yes. What you referred to earlier.
excuse me?
2000.
Casey.
I said in '99, this place got a Heath Aquascope 2000 leak detector. Is that what you're saying?
That's 2000, yeah. I just wanted to make that clear.
Yeah, the model.
And I was here earlier.
Went back to normal now.
I think I've just hit my limit. This probably will be the last meeting that I care to attend. I spoke with the person, I'm sorry, what was your name?
Jim.
Okay, I spoke with Jim earlier, I spoke with Mr. Spade earlier, and we're not making progress, obviously. The fitness room, we argue, it's already been heated 2 times, in just a matter of how many minutes. And Mr. McCusker, I'm gonna quote some of your lovely little words that you said about my husband.
Casey, let's change the place to do that.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not, come on.
I think, does anybody want me, or do you guys want me to be quiet? Because I can be quiet. Yeah. It's great. Your
Casey.
position of chair.
Casey, you can't do
I
that.
asked for an apology. I'll never get it because you're too immature and have no backup.
You need to stop. Okay?
Accused
No,
of
Casey.
collusion and willful misconduct.
Just leave it go.
Yeah. So how are we supposed to move forward? How do we move
You
forward
know,
from that?
from day one, when I came to the first meeting, I have said very clearly, learn your job, do your job, I'll sit here and you won't hear me. So, the fact that I come to the meetings and speak as much as I do is because I have the experience, I know what needs done, I'm not seeing it done, and it's dangerous. It truly is, and if you don't have the training or the knowledge on how easy water gets messed up,
Not to
then you
interrupt
won't
you,
consider
but
my words.
why are these fitting though? Why
Okay, let's
the
move
name
on.
calling really? Like spineless?
Casey,
Things like that,
we're
really?
gonna move on, honey. Thank you.
Tom, I'm not done yet, and I think I have 3 minutes. I have 3 minutes.
because I want him to stand up
Is my time
and do what is
up,
right.
or do I have
Mine is
time?
not.
Yeah,
I'll give her my 3 minutes.
Moving on. Yeah, during a meeting, it was told to you, Tom, to shut the F up.
To who?
Did it happen or did it not?
What?
You were told to shut the F up.
Yeah, we're not agreeing with that.
Okay.
Not my bill, but
Yeah, no, by another board member. I just want to make sure, because I'm sure Jerry's gonna make a big old video.
this ain't helping people get along about it.
I'm airing it out here so that maybe we can move forward.
I hope so.
I mean, this name calling, are we 10 years old?
Well, you know what?
Do you think that this
After
solves
2 years
anything?
of coming
Do
to
you think
meetings,
this solves
Casey, and
anything?
seeing everything just...
I don't think it does.
You know what? That's enough.
I got 10 years invested in this place.
Congratulations.
40.
We're gonna move forward. That's not something to be proud of. We're gonna move on.
Oh, is it? I think
It's in the hole.
I'm just here to observe.
You know what's calling you, makes me kind of
Jerry Springer show.
you guys are
you have all of them.
You thought the other one made it.
Where you were so dedicated from?
Yeah, why'd you walk away?
How much you paying?
Why are you no longer in charge? You have all of them.
gotta move on, please.
Yes, Casey.
Let's go, I'll say why. I'll say
you're
why.
welcome.
Listen, we're not gonna keep going back and forth.
Well, you got the job instead of like you just
said a prayer.
We're gonna move on. Come on now. That's enough.
And you're God, ain't my God.
I'm not gonna break this thing, so that's enough. Let's move on.
Why do you
asked to
can't
leave.
keep people working there?
Yeah, that's my
That's enough.
point.
People come and take pictures and bullshit.
Let's move on.
Engineers report.
Engineers
Wait,
report.
can I just ask that we stop the name calling and the petty stuff and actually get to the root of the problem? Instead of, I have this much experience, and I have this much experience. Like, great, you have that
I
experience.
have questions. Why is this? Why aren't you doing that? And I don't, and they say they'll take care of it, they don't. And I come in the next month and it's worse.
We need to move on.
Well, they can't
It's not from the area, it's influenced by the relationships of governments that actually knows the what you're doing, Casey.
Listen,
And they
this meeting's getting out of control. I'm gonna speak. Enough.
I'm gonna move on.
Yeah, that's enough.
Thank you.
We didn't have no bill, it's just something else.
Go ahead, no, please, go ahead, as long as
I
we're
will
done
just
with
read
this.
it, I will just, I will just read it. It goes along with, right, and no, thank you. It goes along with right to know things, but it kind of goes along with the issues and things, the governance issues is what I'm going along with, because that seems to be the biggest concern, is the governance issues, and I know Judge Glass had also commented on that as well. So I've seen on the agenda with the rules and regulations, and this affects everybody in our community, and that's why I am addressing it. I'm here tonight to address the proposed revisions to the authority's rules and regulations. My concerns are based on documentation received through a recent right to know request and officially recorded meeting minutes regarding the gathering held on December 17, 2005. During the public meeting February 16, 2026, Chairman Thomas Springs stated on the record that regarding the December review of the rules, everybody was invited and specifically claimed I have sent on an email, check your emails. However, the official right to know response and sworn attestation from the official authority secretary explicitly contradicts these statements. There was no email evidence. The response states that there was no records of any email invitations or transmittal communications for the gathering. Phone coordination. Participation was coordinated via solely phone call, and the event was officially described as an informal event. Exclusatory attendance. Only 4 individuals were present at this meeting. Chairman Brink, Secretary Vicki Nagy, 1 employee Rob Knoll, and Engineer Skylar Eckermode. Other board members have stated that they were not privy to the review process. The right to know response confirms that there was no public notice issued, or no agenda, no meeting minutes, and no notes taken during the policy writing session. The lack of documentation directly ignores recent guidance from the Department of Environmental Protection, which recommended that the authority, quote, report methods and procedures should be clearly documented so that others can turn and refer to them if needed. While described as minor adjustments, the provided markups reveal that there are major policy shifts incorporated that affect every ratepayer. Some of these include fee increases. Handwritten notes propose that a tap fee of $1,200 plus cost, a significant increase from the previous rates. Leak policy, a new insert policy gives customers only 14 days to find a contractor and 28 days to complete repairs that the authority will perform the work at the customer's expense. Meter mandates, new requirements for meter pits and relocations for all new customers. As noted in previous public comments, the board has fiduciary responsibilities to ensure transparency and to avoid willful neglect. Adopting significant financial and legal liability without a transparent, full board review process jeopardizes the integrity of this body. In the interest of the transparency of the following of the chairman's previous statements, quote, the board will have to get a copy and review it. I would like to ask each of the board members, when did you receive a copy of these handwritten notes and amendments that were made to the revisions to?
Tonight, they were hand-delivered in their packets. So can I respond?
Yeah, can I just finish my?
Yeah, oh yeah,
Let me finish it.
I'm sorry, I thought you were done.
No, so they were given to them tonight. Okay. So the chairman acknowledged in February that the board must have a copy to review before making changes. If the members are just seeing these for the first time tonight, then a vote is premature if you go to do that. I respectfully request that the board table this item, and I urge you instead to schedule a properly noticed workshop where all board members can actually provide input, ensuring that these policies are fair, documented, and legally sound before that they are put to a vote.
So that is the process we are going to do. I have something here I want to read if you want, okay? So I did my research. The draft rules draft the rules and distribute them in advance. Provide board members with the draft rules before the meeting, often 3 to 7 business days before. Include the draft in the meeting package so it becomes part of the public record. Okay. Place the items on a proper advertised agenda. The Sunshine Act requires that the public will receive what will be voted on. The agenda should list something like consideration, adoption, and there's a lot of other stuff there.
Yes.
No, it's for research. Okay, so.
I had the email from the other right to know that where you had sent to the solicitor on December 11th.
Right.
That you had the meeting on the 17th, but then she responded back to you on the 18th.
So what we're doing is we have, we brought in some BCI rules and regulations, and we was looking at those. What we have to do is give the board a copy. The board has to give everybody a copy of the rules and regs. The drafted rules and regs are not adopted yet. You take them home. You have 3 to 7 days, which I plan on scheduling a work meeting next week, maybe the following week, whenever everybody's available. And that's why I put on here to send out to approve Heather to review them also, and approve her to be there for that meeting. I thought that was the best way to handle it.
I guess I'm confused as to why all the board members weren't included in that process.
Well, that way, you don't have to do it that way. That's the idea of giving them to them to review. And that's why it's saying 7 days to review.
Skylar, what were you turning on bringing to the table that meeting?
Excuse me?
If you were just turning on pulling information, why was the engineer involved?
Because he had some other options or ideas from other authorities also.
He worked heavily with other authorities.
Yeah, that's why he was involved, so that's why. But no, everybody's going to have a copy. take it on review, and that's why it's on the agenda to have Heather get her copy, because we have to approve her to have a copy and review them.
Oh, yeah, this is.
And then also to have her attend the meeting when we have that meeting, which I plan to have in the next couple of weeks, when everybody's available.
Is it a public meeting?
It'll be a public meeting with public comment.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Promise.
Yes, sir.
Maybe add one more. Oh, you're good now?
Well, it was just, we keep going every meeting, and I'm just gonna make a statement, I don't have anything to argue about. What happened in 2000 isn't gonna help what is happening today.
Exactly.
We know that they need to hire somebody. It's hard to hire somebody anywhere. I mean, and that's in any profession, trust us. So when we come to these meetings, and I don't come to many, one in a blue moon,
She switched it.
it's just an argument. And what happened, like I said, and I respect your experience, don't get me wrong, I do. But what happened in 2022, 24, isn't gonna get us any farther along today. So we just need to move on
Thank you.
and not bring up the past. We need to fix the problems that are happening today and go forward.
Thank you.
We
We're done with public comment, we're gonna move on.
We had a meeting with DEP here 2 weeks ago, something like that, give or take.
Longer now.
Was it 3 weeks, a little over 2 weeks or something? And one of the first things out of their mouth was, we need to get a handle on our turnover. We can't keep people here long enough to learn anything.
And turnover is happening everywhere.
Yeah.
It's not just a you problem, it's an everywhere problem.
Okay, we're gonna move on to engineer's report now, because it's getting,
Okay.
thank you for your comment.
Please, one sentence. The relevance of 592 customers and 12 businesses and the amount of water that the plant put out is relevant. According to 561 today, you're using 3 times as much. That's relevant.
Thank you, Bill. Go ahead, Skylar, you're up.
All right, thank you.
Moving on.
Just one thing I want to talk about first, it's not on my engineer's report that's provided to the board, right? You guys all have a copy of that, just to be sure it's in the packet. Vicki?
Yeah,
Okay, all right, just making sure. There was a video that I saw online regarding the alkalinity in the water, pH of the water. Mr. Paulson, I saw your video. I just want to point out, there was a comment in there about the engineer was given instruction to the chemistry of the plant. Not to my knowledge, that phone call never occurred. So I'm not refuting what you were told.
I had a letter from the guy that came to investigate that did raise those concerns.
Okay.
And I was told directly by him at the same time that was his reason for that pH being so high.
Okay. The other thing I want to point out, and I don't know what you are leaving the plant right now. 7.6. Yeah, that's, your pH is always going to increase throughout your system. That's calcium precipitating out, manganese precipitating out, all of those things precipitating out in your system, which is going to contribute to that. The EPA regulation for pH is 6.5 to 9. We always recommend that you operate between a 7.5 and an 8.4, 8.5.
I believe our permit states 7.5.
Yeah. So that's what we always, if we're asked for an opinion, that's what we say to shoot for. So I'm not arguing.
If you want to read the letter, I can go get it.
Sure. I just wanted everybody to know that I did not give any recommendations for that, although if we did, it is within EPA regulations. That's all. So moving on then, general comments for things that I did this past month. I had an RTK request for some information on the well that was answered on the 23rd of February. And I also did attend the meeting with DEP on February 19th. One of the things that resulted from that meeting as part of those violations were the request of DEP for Verona to either continue feeding a sequestering agent or to amend the permit and remove it. I think in our conversation it was pretty well understood the authority should, in our opinion and DEP's opinion, feed a corrosion inhibitor. Therefore, I will need approval from the board to design and permit a chemical addition for what we decided on was Sequest for the corrosion inhibitor. You guys were previously permitted to feed Aquamag. It's not been fed for years. DEP said, take it out or feed it. We're going to opt to amend it rather to Sequest. That was our kind of ending point, I feel, from our meeting. So I will need board approval to do that. And then once I design and permit it and submit it to DEP, I get everybody a cost for what it's going to take to do that. I can get you feed rates, how much you're going to spend in chemicals. The only thing I'll need is iron, manganese, zinc, and hardness of your water leaving the plant. The beauty of Sequest is your pH doesn't matter. So if I can get board approval on that when I'm done, I'd appreciate it. For the water treatment facility and SCADA upgrades, I'm going to back up real quick. I did not attend the technical committee meeting. I was sick that day. I let the board know. There's some other things going on there that don't involve me, but I just want everybody to know that. Water treatment facility and SCADA upgrades. The CW Automation Supervisory PLC upgrade is ongoing. That was approved at last month's meeting. And talking to DJ, he's got probably about 5 more weeks for the equipment to arrive, and then he's got to have 2 to 3 weeks to get installed and then debug that system once the equipment arrives. So we're probably, we'll say 7-9 weeks out from having that wrapped up, hopefully. The remainder of the SCADA upgrades that we recommended that still have not been acted upon would be filtration skid hardware upgrades at the cost of a little over almost $36,000. That price is on your report as well. The plant well and tank communication upgrades are ongoing. That was voted on as well last month. I talked to Vicki last week. AT&T FirstNet had reached out to her. And talking to DJ, it usually takes a while for that equipment to arrive on site, and CW Automation will install that once it's received. Probably 1 to 2 weeks to get all the sites up and operational. And that monthly bill is going to be just under $67 a month. Now, they did have an option. I watched last month's meeting, and there was some discussion about a pager versus cell phone. You can add a cell phone to this for $39.99 a month if you so choose to do so for your worker. The well and SCADA upgrades, I kept that on there as a reminder that this would give IMA remote control of the well building. The upgrades you're getting right now would give you remote monitoring of the well building. Control is always good. There's a little bit of cost associated with that, roughly $11,000 plus an $11 per month fee. That would be able to be reused at the Hamilton well building should those ever come online. That's been verified with CW Automation as well. The one thing I did want to mention, I'm not sure, some of that cost may come off because some of the equipment you're getting as part of the current upgrade may be included. I'm still waiting to hear back from CW Automation on that, so it could be a little less than $11,000. I put a bullet point on here due to all the issues ongoing in the system, just to have some consideration for a large-scale plant system improvement project. It's been talked about at length already. I'm not going to get into it too much, but as far as the plant goes, the membranes need replaced. The valves on the skids probably are in need of replacement. The instrumentation is very old. We're having some issues, I guess, with some finished water pumps at some point here that could be addressed. And you can include some water line in that as well, because water loss is a huge problem with your system right now. I put this on here for a specific reason, and that's not because I think you need to act on it tonight, but I tell you that because just looking at our workload as a company, we're probably a good 6 months out from being able to undertake a large-scale improvements project. So if we can get it on our burner sooner, the sooner you get it on your burner, the sooner it can get on our back burner, I guess is what I'm saying. The big thing there is you're going to have to look at your finances. Penvest would be a great option. We always encourage people going to Penvest. A rate increase would likely be needed before grant money would be available. The CDBG option is also a great option. The problem is those are due in November, December. So you'd have to wait a little bit there. But I think some consideration needs to be given for some larger scale projects at some point. Looking into the distribution system, the reminders on there about the AccuStream meters that have been discontinued. The distributor has some left in storage. Per correspondence with Vicki, we have 263 meters yet that need to be changed out. You have 50 of them in storage, so you could buy 213 and replace them all, or you could get a couple more for extras, however you want to go about it. If you buy everything you need right now, you're going to save about $16,000 in the long run, though, compared to purchasing the new SR2 meters. They're about $74 more. And they're giving you a discount, right, Vicki?
Yeah, attached.
$18 off? Or 21?
21.
$21 off.
So you can get a meter now for $97. They're trying to get rid of their back stocks. They don't want them. So the
How many they
discount,
have now?
Really, $97?
they're at $97
How
now.
many they have?
500 and something. It's in your guys' packet.
Still, we looked at like, I'd be looking at 300, but they don't make them anymore.
Yeah. And
Well, I
then
did
also-
notice that while I was out leak detecting and reading meters, that from the last project, a lot of the old census meters are still in the homes. They were never removed. So I don't know how many we'd gained by getting those.
We brought that up at the end, they were turned on and took them out.
I think they're all in there, aren't they?
Yeah, as far as I know, I've talked
That's why
to
the meter,
customers.
that's why the reading, or the readings were getting mixed up. They were turning on and reading one meter, not the other meter.
It confused me.
I need to touch on some clarity. You're an engineer?
Yes, sir.
You're fairly new here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I owe you an apology because that wasn't directed at you. This was before you came here. It was that engineer.
Well, that would have been Leo from our office, and I don't want to, I'm not going to say anything.
It's okay, but
Yeah.
all I'm saying is that phone call that I made about the pH was last summer,
Gotcha.
okay? It has nothing to do about your work.
No,
After I spoke with Don about what was going on, he gained my confidence back into everything again. I'm all right with the way everything's being
Great.
done.
Glad to hear that. Looking at some grant applications, this is my last item here. The 2025 LSA grant was resubmitted. I'm not expecting a determination on that till late 2026. That SRBC grant was submitted in January for the well building. We'll have some information on that likely in April. And I did apply for some funding. I apologize for not getting board approval, but I figured you guys can be mad at me. I took a couple minutes and filled out a questionnaire for Congressman G.T. Thompson's office for both the storage tank rehab project and the South Hills Street water line replacement project. Just because we had the information handy, it took me a half hour to fill out the questionnaire.
I did find the application that Jeff and I submitted back then, so I can email that to you.
I mean, we already submitted that as well for the small water and sewer grant last year as well, so I think I have everything I need. I had estimates ready, so I figured let's just apply. If you guys want to fire me for it, I won't be offended.
Thank you.
That's everything I got.
Well, I got two questions for the engineer.
Yes, sir.
What you sent me for the DEP saying,
Yep.
I need something more than that. I need to absorb the rate and all that stuff, because I know where I think I can get it.
Okay.
But it says in there to get it approved by you.
Does it?
Yeah. There is no absorption rate or anything in it. So, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get it local if you give me the right numbers.
Okay.
And the next question is, you're billing us by the hours.
Yes, sir.
How about putting your hours on in the bill?
I don't want to do that. What are you
Well, yeah, I get about the amount, I just wanna see what the hours
That's
are.
fine, yep.
Well, we should. We're paying you hourly, we should know how many hours we're paying for.
I'll get yelled at the office, but I'll make sure they get in.
No, one your fault, huh? That's all I
Those
do.
are above my pay grade, but I'll make sure they get on there.
Okay, well, I just, you know, that $100,000 a month's a lot of engineering.
100,000? Don't be saying that. People are gonna take down and run with it.
Somebody's got to pay for that new building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is, Skylar?
That's everything I have. I just ask, I'll answer any questions, but I do ask for the motion to begin the design and permitting of the Sequest adder.
Is there a motion for that?
I'll make a motion.
Mike Cossack makes a motion for Glenn Dodson to submit the, what is it, the application for the
It'll be a minor public water supply permit amendment.
Is there a second? Second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? None opposed? You are, Mike.
Okay.
Anybody have anything else for Skylar before he leaves? Okay, Skylar, thank you for coming in, and thank you for your input. And all you do. Have a safe ride home, my friend.
Thank you.
Are you responsible for the temp desk, for getting applications for that?
We do that, we do those as well. Yep.
Thank you.
Carol, you're up.
Okay. So this month, in February, we withdrew 708,400 gallons from the reservoir and 2,887,200 gallons from the well. The reason I'm still blending is because of the leaks, and if I would use one source fully, we would probably be in violation of our allocation permit. So this is keeping us in good graces with DEP, and I hope to get the leaks fixed. So I estimate the water loss to be around 50%. We're working on getting better reads on the meters. We're going to try to get them done on 1 day a month, and hopefully we can get a better handle and know what we're selling and what we're losing. We fixed 3 leaks. One was on South Hill Street. We installed a new 6-inch mainline valve, so we have more isolation there. And we replaced the T and a 2-inch valve to South Hill Street. The second one was in Whetstone Alley and Julia Street, which our dean had found for, well, he'd come up and verified it for us. So we fixed that. We replaced the 2-inch valve and some like the old valves out here for anybody who would care to take a look at it. It's a 1955 valve. I've never seen anything like it since in my career. We were out and did isolation on 2 different occasions. The first evening we isolated the alley from Hopkins to Railroad Street to Whetstone Alley to Julia. There's definitely something in that area. Our dean came up that one day and tried to listen and correlate, so he's going to come back and listen on all the curb box. Hopefully we can find that. From the valve below the hydrant on Julia Street to Williams Alley, which is down by Vicky's, we shut that valve below the hydrant. There's something in that area right there. Dan heard it. I don't know if you had a chance to listen on it. You think there's something?
Yeah, there's something there.
Something in there. So we have to coordinate with the borough because the borough drain is right there also. And Dave would like to do some repair work. And the gentleman that lives there, his driveway has been washed out, more so from rainwater, but I told him that we would work together to make an improvement to it, so he's happy with what's being done. The second occasion, I went out. Tom came out and helped me, thankfully. One guy couldn't get out of bed. So we were out and we worked our way through Rosebud, and we found something between Market and Jackson. The valve down below your place on Market and Jackson, and then up to Market and Union. So there's something between there that Tracy can, Dan said there was something in there that was leaking before.
No, whenever I was there, I always thought that there was something major turn on going on in Rosebud, but we couldn't turn around and find it because there's a bunch of valves that don't work. Then we had Tracy, your neighbor, whenever they wanted to turn on and shut it off at the corner of Union and Market, it didn't shut clean off. Whenever they turned on, thought that the line was depressurizing and thought it was going to quit spraying, but it never. They stood there for 15, 20 minutes and it just kept spraying and spraying and spraying.
They shut the 2 up.
I said the only thing you can do is turn around and go further down the line and turn around and shut another valve off.
Did they shut the one in the alley and the one in the corner on Union?
Then they ended up turning around and going down to Leo's and turning around and shutting the one off one side of Leo's.
Okay. Well, they seemed to hold when we fixed the leak on South Hill Street. When I isolated that one in the alley, and then the one out on the street by Jerry Peoples. And then I shut the one off at Market. It slowed everything down, of course, but everything drained to that point because where we were at. And once it quit, it quit. So those valves do hold. So, and then I worked my way through Crestview, not realizing that they teed the new line off before the valve that crosses the 4-inch. I thought I had a leak between there, which I came back the next day, found that out, further isolated it up through Plain City, and I shut the valve off at Poplar, and I shut the valve off down at the Vets. Then there was a decrease in flow from the tank. So there's definitely something in there, which our dean's going to be in tomorrow and Wednesday, I believe.
We had found before it was like 5 gallon a minute on each, going each way.
Yeah. And I did have DJ look at those meters, and the 4 to 20 signal was off, so they're reading a lot better now. And they're not instantaneous. It's like you look at it 1 minute and it's reading 50, and 2 minutes later it's 35. But the tank's always real time. And I'm hoping that through DJ we're going to get a camera or the internet up there, and he said that'll be read right into the plant.
We should be able to try and get that information along with the the two
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
meters out in the field.
Okay. So we had of course, we had PRWA in, and he went out on Thursday, and it was pretty windy, so
And just so you guys know, it sounds like the weather's supposed to be pretty terrible tomorrow, but this is my last week with PRWA, so I'm gonna dedicate this week to Ravona. So if it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever, so it's, I wanna figure out what's going on here.
For sure, your hope.
yes.
Thank you.
Tom has reached out to DEP Outreach, they have a leak detection team. So we had a team meeting with them, and they were willing to come up and help out as much as possible also. The reason for the extended boil water notice is my thoughts were that we would be able to get these leaks fixed in a much more timely manner and only have to sample one time. As a few of you know, sampling is pretty expensive these days, and every time we issue a boil water notice, we have to take 6 samples. It's upwards of about $450 now for 6 samples. So, and if the board wishes, I will take the samples and I will lift the boil water notice, but I still feel that we're going to be going through this process quite a bit until we get them all fixed. So, in Tom's statement about the sand, the new guy, Clyde, reached out to Delulu, and he said he could get that. He sent him the specs, I guess.
They have it on Ohio.
Do they?
Yeah.
And he said the only thing they could get was 50-pound bags.
Now, they have it by triaxle.
Well,
$300 a ton.
we need it real good.
$300 a ton?
I don't care what it is.
What it is.
300 a ton.
You don't need it at $300 a ton.
No?
Not if we can get DEP sand that meets the specs.
We need it because those drying beds are really past their prime.
About 75 ton up there is what I figured they wanted to put thick.
The one section was like 18 and the other one I believe was 8 inches.
That's what?
The one section, the top section of sand was I think 18 inches deep, and the second layer of sand was 8 inches, I believe, according to the prints. But I can get you those numbers if you need them.
He already sent me down with what it says, get the specs off to the supplier and send it to them for approval. They don't do any good.
No. So, the occurrence over the weekend here, we had a chlorine pump quit working on Sunday the 15th. I had logged onto the computer and noticed that the chlorine was dropping, so I drove in, replaced the pump, primed it, mixed some chemicals, residual started to decline. When I left, I went home, and I called Dan to go in and double check it. He checked it. I have a picture of the reading that residual he got. It was a 0.78 decline in the clear well, but the analyzer for the blended was not reading properly for some reason. We've had problems with that colorimeter in the past, and one thing I'd like to do is have a motion to purchase a spare, because as Jeff knows, when that goes bad, we have to put a false reading in to keep the plant running, so we really don't know what's being fed into the clear well. So, at some point the pump at the well quit working, further lowering the chlorine. I woke up at 3 a.m. and noticed we weren't meeting our 1 log removal, ran up, increased the chlorine pump, not knowing that the pump out at the well would quit, because I did not go out there. Made sure we had a 1.5 residual going into the clear flow. Went to work, logged on to the computer, looked at the SCADA, noticed that we had exceeded our 4-hour log removal time to get it corrected. I notified DEP immediately and followed their protocols. So everything they sent me, what they sent me is what they told me to send out to the customers, which I disagree with wholeheartedly. And if anybody read my post on Facebook, you will see our filters are 0.5 micron, and the Giardia assists are 1.6, and the cryptosporidium assists are 1.6. They will not pass through that. The only thing we did not do was the second layer of removal, which is the 1 log removal in the clear well. So, I assure you the protocols have been put in place to assure that this won't occur in the future. Over the weekend, we were in with the power outage and ensuring the barrels were full and the tower did not overflow. So, and that's my next statement. Tom made a cover for over the oil tank, which we installed today. I stuck the tank. There's no water in the tank. There's about 22 inches of fuel in there. We dumped a bottle of fuel conditioner in there just in case. Dan cleaned out the day tank. There was some white sludge in there, which is typical of water and oil mixing in there, so we cleaned that up. We bled all the lines to the generator, which they were full of water. Got fuel. I fired it up. I ran it for an hour. It ran great. And I said, Rob was a big help. What you guys do is up to you. I'm not going to argue about it. I'm just making a statement. I did complete the SOC waiver application. It was due March 31st. The fee for that would be $75. We'll need a motion to do that if he has that form. I've been on Castleberry about these wells, and he is not returning my calls. And speaking with my engineer at Penn State, he informed me that there's a company called Meisner & Earl that has been doing a lot of his work finishing it up. I would like the board to consider sending Castleberry a registered letter from the attorney stating that he submit all documentation that he has done so far so that we can put it over to Meisner & Earl. I don't have a cost, because he would let, I'm sure they can't give it to us till they look at what's done.
Does Castleberry actually work for us, though? Or do they work for Randolph and Foreman?
Castleberry is his own entity.
They are working for us
He
or
was,
for them?
we paid him to do this work.
I think they need to refund our money. They haven't done a thing on that in how many years? Long time.
If you,
Long time.
I mean, you guys, it's your decision. I think if we get the paperwork, we get it over to Meisner & Earl, we can move
We kind
forward.
of said that 3 or 4 years ago. You need to get rid of them.
I spoke to him one
They
time.
ain't doing nothing.
I spoke to him one time, and he assured me he was going to take care of it. Now he won't answer my phone calls.
Yeah.
And that is all I have.
They won't answer Glenn Dawson and Foreman either,
No.
from what I understand.
No.
But they are actually contracted to the authority. I think Glenn Dawson and Foreman got them. But I
You
don't
may be correct. I'm
I don't
not
have a
100%
contract
sure on
with
that. But, I mean, we paid him.
We paid them direct?
No, we paid Castleberry.
That's what I meant, we paid Casper direct.
Correct.
I think the letter, we should ask for everything and a refund.
You guys make the motion, do what you need. I'm just putting it out there for you.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes,
You
ma'am.
said in there too about like not being able to find like that one or not knowing like that one, the new line and stuff like where it went. Is everything being updated like in the online mapping system?
Dan showed me there's a layer in there, and I didn't realize that you have to click on the layer for the updates.
I know that was one of the things that's been brought up, like everything since the turnover and the change and stuff like that. But I was just wondering if it's all being updated that way.
We're working on getting that all
The person that
updated. I had a customer call me today and said he didn't get the call, and I asked him his name, and I didn't know it, and I asked him his address, and I looked it up on the diamond maps, and it was George Dick's old house, and there was no number in there for George. So we went in and created him an account and just sent him a test call, and we are working on getting everybody, probably meaning anybody, please, if you're not getting a call us and update your number so that we can update it on the rave system.
My neighbor's about getting a call. His number's 4296.
672?
Yeah. Kenny's name? Kenny Lloyd.
Kenny.
Yeah, he says he never gets a call.
Okay.
I tell him all the time.
Yeah, we'll look into that one tomorrow.
What's that pump you were wanting there, Donald? You want the spare pump?
It's a colorimeter for the CL-17. It's failed once when we were there before, and I guess it failed one other time.
You have a cost, or?
For about $900.
Well, you said Penn State didn't give you a price, but do they give you any time frame that they can do it?
Well, I talked to Meisner & Earl. Hence, my engineer gave me this number. He said they usually take to finish up, but I can give you some more information.
Those wells should be online.
I agree 100%.
Now, even outsider, but, there's some money out there, we could've got emergency pump generators in line laid up there. We ain't allowed to touch them until Castleberry's done.
Correct.
There you sit with the other well down and water, usable water, that we can't touch.
Absolutely.
Because they're dragging their feet.
That's why I'm suggesting we turn it over to the attorney and get it moving, because it's going nowhere at this point.
I would suggest that you get the information, bring back to the meeting, and make a decision at the next meeting. to see what their time frame is, if they can handle it even.
Well, they did say they could handle it, but they couldn't give me, I'll get more information.
You know, and it might take Castleberry 2 years to turn over the paperwork that's already done.
I don't think if you can give, if the attorney can turn and give them a timetable. I said I don't think if the attorney can turn and write a letter, I think there would probably be a timetable.
For them to turn it
Yeah, they
over.
couldn't turn on forward for 2 years.
Yeah. They haven't done nothing in the last 4 years, so what would say they won't take 2 more years to turn it over to somebody else? Or say they own it. Which they don't, if we pay for it, we don't, it belongs to the authority.
Where's the authority?
That pump you have, you need there, don't you? Free.
Well, I mean, here's an instance, if we're not getting a correct read there, I can, if I have one in stock, I can put it in and get it up and running. If I don't, I have to fudge a number to keep the plant running, and then I'm uncertain whether I'm getting a good chlorine reserve going into the tank when I'm not there.
I think that's good.
I mean, Bill's stressed, we should have spare parts, and I think that is a vital spare part.
Question?
Just 1 second.
Situation of the hydrant and hoop pump. What's its status?
We're going to go over and open that up and put it back in service. We filled it with wet backfill because that's all we had. Pretty much, so we was waiting for it, and it's all slip joint. I mean, it does have the backing behind the hydrant, but we just wanted to make sure it all settled and dried out before we put it back in service. We're gonna do that this week.
So, back to the pump, is anybody in favor of getting a pump or not?
I would think, I know Hawkins a little more expensive.
You need it.
Motion for it, Mike?
Yeah.
Mike Commissioner, is there a second?
Yeah.
All Dixon seconds, all in favor?
$900 pump.
I'm gonna just give you an updated quote, because Hawk, if I buy it, that was from eBay. So, Hawk, if I can bring it up, you guys can carry on and I'll.
Anyhow, we got the motion, everybody approved the pump, so. Was there something else, or you want the attorney, but we're gonna wait and see?
We're gonna wait, I'll get some more, I'll call Mike and Earl. I did give Skyler's Meisner and Earl's number, I don't know if you spoke with him or not.
Okay, moving on to.
I want to comment on his line 14, he wants us to hire him. I highly recommend we do not rehire him. First of all, he was hired as an operator and was never in the hoe. The young guy was running the hoe for him. And I don't know why he wanted to get in it. I heard he was claustrophobic. I don't know if that's the truth or not.
I'm surprised they did.
Yeah, I know what you're gonna say. I can't say it, you can. But anyhow, that, and there's another problem with, we think with him. We got two $1,500 bills for the pager, and we were getting billed $25 a phone call from the well house to the pager. The day he quit,
I disarmed it.
You disarmed the day he quit?
I'm not sure when I did it, but it only calls out whenever the generator runs.
Well, that's when it quit, the day he quit.
Yeah.
Our bill's back to $45 a
And I
month.
have to, I do have to go out there, the keypad's really finicky on that thing, I have to punch in the new numbers so that it doesn't call the pager or anything.
That cost us $3,000 in money that we shouldn't be paying out. And it,
Okay, I mean, I did not know those facts, so, I mean.
my opinion is it's a very bad idea to bring him back.
Okay.
Okay, is that it? Move on to office reports. Vicki, you're up.
Alright, included in your guys' packets, QuickBooks sent over an email. The subscription will be going up in around May from whatever it is now, I have no idea, to $1,149 a year. I did renew the raise contract per the last meeting on March 3rd for 5 years. That's included in your packet. The PA1 call system rates are changing. There's a table. So many cents. I don't know what any of that means, but it's there. I guess Clyde Coates requested time off. That's included in there. Per the last meeting, I inquired to the solicitor about where we can post job ads.
Question, Mr. Chairman. The QuickBooks, do you use the payroll module in that? Oh, you do? Okay, I thought you jobbed that up. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, the email to the solicitor says at our last IMA meeting, there was a little confusion as to where we can post job listings. Tom Dixon and his wife said about posting the job ad on PA Career Link, it was free. Does that cover us, or do we have to post the job listing on Indeed? The solicitor's response was the job is not required to be posted on Indeed unless the authority has adopted a policy stating the same. I am not aware of such policy. Typically, any public posting of the job, newspaper, online, etc., as well as a posting at the authority is sufficient.
So we can't put it on with, Career Link.
Michelle Miller signed the landowner consent form for the SRBC grant. The secretary job ad is still posted on Indeed. It comes down in 3 days. I don't know if there's anything you guys want to do about that. And then all the federal tax payments were sent in, they came out of the bank account. Oh, no, and to touch on the FirstNet thing, whenever I talked to the guy from FirstNet about setting up the account for the new internet and stuff, he sent over a link for me to set up the account. Is it okay if I do that?
Oh, I missed it.
Set up the account for FirstNet. I have an email, they're requesting it, so I just wanted...
You already approved it, right?
Yeah, that's all we've done.
Okay. And then I had asked about the cell phone options, and he said that they have cell phones for $1. So that's what a cell phone will cost you. They're Apple phones, they're Galaxy.
It's just $37 a month.
For the plan, but the phone itself is $1. They have phones for $1.
So, on eBay, they have these outriggers, here's one 400 grand in a box, it goes as high as $1,100. So we could get a new one for $400. Still new in box. And the other thing I did forget to bring up, kind of concerns Dick over there, we're going to have some paving projects once all these leaks are fixed, just to make you aware of.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
For sure.
And is it all right if I go home?
Yeah.
Any questions from me?
Maybe get
Thanks
for having me here. I just want to say I'm going to be in touch with Alex Shepard, and I hope that you guys get all the funding that you need.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, thank you.
You too. You're going to be there tomorrow?
Oh, my goodness. Stay down here, be a Santa. Take care.
You done there?
What is
Are
it?
you done there?
Yeah.
About this?
That's on there.
I just talked to him.
Oh, yeah, good.
He's right there.
Thanks for coming. See ya.
Okay.
Is there any updates on the audits? I know we're still waiting on the 2023.
I just talked to, Eddie. I don't know why they're doing this, but Clean and whatever his name is, Lunsford?
Logan.
Logan? Well, his last name was Rufford. They want us to pay them separately when they're working on the authority.
Well, they get paid separately, right?
Huh?
The part is they get paid separate rates.
No, they want us to pay separately from here.
Oh, okay.
So in order to do that, they're gonna have to fill out a W-2 form, be on the payroll if we're gonna pay them, right?
I'm not sure how that works.
Because if they're up,
Well, you can do like...
if they were up there working and not on the borough payroll, they have no compensation or anything on them. So if they're working for us, they're gonna have to be on payroll.
I just assume,
Because here's the bill.
Okay.
That's just for the hours that they worked.
Well, I asked Smitty what the deal was if we were still trading.
Okay.
He says Clean wants us to pay him separately from the borough.
Okay.
So if we're gonna do that, it's gonna have to be We can't do it on a 1099 or they're not covered under insurance.
No, they're not. Or they would have to have their own insurance.
Yeah.
Was that ever taken to the solicitor? Because I know months ago that was brought up and that was supposed to be taken to the that was supposed to be asked to the solicitor.
What's that?
That question was actually supposed to be asked to the solicitor. That was brought up months ago.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be a question to the solicitor to get verification of that.
Well, it's the same way with the deal here with Rob.
Yeah.
He was out here working. He got hurt.
Yeah.
He's on his own. And the same way with these guys, if they went on, if they're, the days they were up here, 3 days here, if they were up here working and were not on the borough payroll, they are not covered by any type of insurance.
Yeah, that's what
They stated that to the borough,
Yeah, because we're
in the
restricted
borough
by
meeting,
their insurance.
that they were not on the clock, they were on your clock.
Yeah, so, we're just now finding that out.
It's still raining out there.
It's not, anything else?
It's fine.
So we're gonna have to find out what rates we're gonna pay them and get them on,
Yeah, I'll get submitted on it.
on that, okay?
Do you want me to message the solicitor and ask about borough employees working for IMA and putting them on payroll?
They don't want it now.
They don't want,
They want, this queen wants, when they come to work for the borough, help us, we pay. We were trading hours, but now he don't want it.
yeah, so you mean put them on
I know
payroll?
why, because we pay our guys $3 an hour more. That's why he don't want it. So, but they're gonna have to fill out W-4 and
Okay, so,
go through all that, withholding tax, whole bunch.
yeah, so do you want me to message the solicitor and find out about that, get some more information?
If you go deep, we're gonna put them on payroll.
We're gonna have to put them on payroll for the times that we borrow them. But on the same token,
So it'd be like.
our guys go down to the borough, how are we gonna handle that?
They would have to put on their payroll then.
Is that what we're gonna do from now on?
So it sounds like that's what they wanna do.
That's accountability.
Do you guys need to?
Well,
vote on
like I
that?
said, we were trading back and forth, but seems like they don't wanna do it now.
Yeah, but where would your liability be? Where would the liability?
There wouldn't be any. They were on their payroll when they worked for us. Our guys were on our payroll when they worked for them. They were covered.
Okay.
But when they're gonna come up here and work for us and not be on the borough payroll, we can't do that legally.
Right.
No, that answered my question about this.
Okay, there's no motion to pay the bills, is there a motion to pay the bills?
I'll make that motion.
Mark makes a motion, Tricia seconds it, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
No, the only one I had a problem with, what you heard,
Mr. Schuyler?
was Ty, he's got a bill there for 2,000 something, no hours. So,
I think it should be itemized.
I think you should have the hours on.
No hours? You didn't turn around and say the work that he did.
Yeah, it's
Like-
That's what he did,
Item on.
no hours, no hours. He has mileage on there, but no hours. I didn't work for it, I'm going.
Okay. So we discussed item 1 on old business already. Item 2.
Real quick, back to the, I'd ask about the audit. Was there, no, I didn't answer. Was there any updates on the audit back in 2023?
Anything we're missing is the 2020,
It's 2024?
2024 minutes of the meetings. And they were there and we don't know where they're at. There was people getting into stuff over there that shouldn't have been. She should have been the only one that had access to it and other people did. We ain't saying they ain't there, we just don't know where they are.
Is it, you don't have them digital?
No, it was all paper copies. I went through the computer. That's one of the RTKs that you filed, and I had to file an extension because I had to go through like all the file folders in the computer, and I found bits and pieces, and then I went through like the actual folders, the paper copies, and I found bits and pieces. I asked him to look and see his meeting minutes to see what he had. I asked Tom to look at his meeting minutes.
I found some of them.
Illegal, like that is a retention law.
I understand that, so I'm trying to put together what I can, but whether there's...
I'm not saying, like, it's, that, they should have been locked up or something.
Yeah.
That is a retention law.
Well, 2 of the employees that had no business getting in them was in them looking up stuff, and they didn't come back. But we don't know where they put them.
But who let them in to
Yeah, like,
even
why-
do that?
Huh?
The secretary that let them in to do that? Who let them in?
They just
No, not
went.
you.
No, they just got them and went. They've been through everything.
How did they get access to it?
Were they locked up?
There is filing cabinet stuff there. Now it's all locked up. At that time, it
Was
was
there
not
not
locked.
somebody, a secretary there to?
Not all the time. There's
Not all the time. And they got into the stuff that they shouldn't have been in. Most of the stuff that's in there is,
I personally don't believe anybody took anything out of there.
no, I just don't know where they put it. If they needed anything, they should have asked her to get it and give it to them.
I just don't think it's well maintained. Was well maintained, but
The meeting minutes were never locked up from the time I got started there, the end of March, beginning of April last year. If you go into the room at the plant where the generator is, there's 2, 3 filing cabinet towers in there, none of it's locked. And the meeting minutes, because Casey had me organize the meeting minutes by year, because they were all in file folders, and I just took folder out and put it in by the year, but none of it was ever locked up. It's just hanging out in the generator room.
But she organized it, and we know they were all there, but they ain't now. That's the only year we need everything.
The tail end of 20, November and December of 23, all of 24, which I have bits and pieces for, and then 25 is like that, and then my meeting minutes are all locked up in the filing cabinet. I have everything from whenever I...
You scan yours too, don't you?
Yeah, it's all saved on the computer. So, I mean, you will get your response to your RTK, but I'm probably not going to be everything that you're looking for.
That's the only thing he needs, match that up, and he's done.
So that's hindering the 2024 audit then?
23, 24.
23.
25 has not went down. She will be sending that
Yes,
soon,
and I
right?
have all that. Which I called them, and I left a message with one of the people, the ladies at the office, to ask him
They all
about
quit again.
doing the 2025 audit, and I never got a response, so I don't know whether he's doing it or not.
They can't retain people either.
His wife's in there doing the payrolls now. No, they all went out on their own. They thought he was getting rich.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna move on to item 2, unless are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Motion to hire full-time labor. So we interviewed a couple laborers to help with the slide out. So where do we have that, guys?
I think we need a guy. Yeah, I'll make that motion.
Which one you wanna hire?
Cunningham?
That's one, well, there were 2
The
of
first
them.
one we interviewed, is that what his name
This
is?
is the guy with the fire company?
Yeah.
I think we should just get him and.
At $18 an hour, is that what we discussed?
He's gonna go 17, 19.
I told him 18, wasn't it?
Yeah, we told him 18, we told him after 90 days we give him 20.
Okay.
Is that what you're making that motion for, Mike?
Yeah.
Mike Fawcett's making the motion to bring, what's his name? I don't even know his name. Cunningham.
Cunningham, Caden,
Bringing Cunningham on to as full-time laborer at $18 an hour?
for 90 days.
For the first 90
Yeah,
days?
for 90 days, to see what's going on with it.
Is there a second?
You said 18, 19?
18. Tom Dixon, second, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Not opposed.
Can I ask one more thing too? I'm sorry, but just looking at your budget, whenever I looked at the budget, you guys are $20,000 over budget when it comes to payroll. You're already in the whole $20,000. Have you did a financial thing to see if you guys are actually stable enough to hire all these people and pay the road workers and pay that?
When these people do the job, we'll probably just have to up the rates, I guess.
Once fix the leaks, can cut half the
That'll
cost.
help too, about it.
I'm just, I know, that's a legit question, I'm asking.
There's one full-time guy right now.
Mike motion, 2 seconds.
And
I'm not,
needed.
I understand that you need it, but I'm just
Hey,
saying
we're gonna
that
move forward.
as far as insurance and everything goes,
Is there more,
your finances, to make sure that you have
financial
stabilized that.
accounts other than just Northwest? Are there other accounts that you can draw from?
So we're gonna move on, new business.
Oh, you got one?
No, I'm sorry,
Secretary.
number 3, that's like, just freaking stuff. Motion to hire a part-time secretary.
Teresa Bracken is more qualified, but she wants considerably too much money. And I think the other one would be fairly good. She's willing to work for $17 an hour for 90 days and $19 an hour after 90 days. And she wants to work from 8:30 to 12:30. That'll give you guys a half-hour overlap time.
That's fine, that would be
To-
perfect.
to exchange ideas.
You said to 19 after 90?
Yeah, 17 for 90 days.
Document that right.
After 90 days, if we would decide to keep her, she would go to 19.
You said.
I'll make a motion to hire her.
I'll second it.
Tracy Sproul seconds it. All in favor?
Who motioned it?
Oh, did you
That's
motion?
Lori Smith. The one you kind of like. The other one's more qualified. Oh, yeah.
What she wants.
Can't afford her.
He wants 23 to 25 to start.
So, Tracy, you second it?
Yeah.
Is all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? No opposed? Carried. New business. Motion to have solicitor review draft of the bylaws and rules and regulations.
Review the
Ask
draft.
another question, when did the bylaws get drafted?
A couple weeks ago.
Who was invited to that one?
We don't need to vote on that. We
No,
need
I
to
was
vote
just saying,
to
like,
amend
was the board all, okay, I'm asking the board members now, was every board member included on the draft of that?
it. Nope. I think we have to.
Your board members should be
I don't think they
included
have to
on
be
the
included. They have to
bylaws.
be included in amending that. I did.
But you didn't have any to begin with, because whenever
Listen,
I
I'm
went
not
through the
gonna
whole
argue with you.
thing,
We're gonna move forward. All right.
but you
guys
had
want
no
you guys
bylaws
want
to
the
start
solicitor
with.
to approve them or not? Or-
I do have a question.
Go ahead.
Were they discussed? Who pulled the information?
I did.
You did personally?
Yep.
And nobody asked you?
Nope. I've been hearing about bylaws for how many years?
I know, but as a group, we can try and look at it.
That's why
Half
we
these
have-
people don't want to. I did not get your email.
I know you have them to review.
Huh? I have them now.
You have them for 7 days or whatever long,
7 days.
whatever you guys wanna do. I'm not gonna argue with you. You guys wanna have the solicitor review them or not? Yes or no?
Well, there's nothing for her to review right now,
Yeah, there is. Why can't she review the same ones we're reviewing?
because we're gonna be making changes. If she's gonna turn
She's
them
not here
over.
for them changes.
Well, I-
That's an item 2 on there. I've been hearing about this for 2 freaking years.
But your item 2 says she's attending a special meeting to adopt and approve. You have to have the
You
work
question.
sessions before you can adopt
We're
and
gonna
approve
do
them,
it
and
all
that's
in
what
one
he's trying
meeting,
to
you
say.
can have a work session. You can vote on the amendments that you want, you take them home with you. Is there a motion to approve the solicitor to review the drafts? If not, she won't get them, that's all, until she gets here.
I'll make a motion.
Tracy Sorrell makes the motion, send it to her. Second.
I'll second it.
Mike seconded, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
As what was right here, that's what you're getting her to do.
We're gonna get her to review them.
She's reading them.
You opposing, Mike, or Tom, or?
Yes, I'm opposed.
Okay.
I think all members should have had input on that.
Well, you can have your input.
Well, then how are you gonna send it to her to review them if we haven't put input in?
You're gonna ask for changes the same day?
She's gonna read them, you're
Bring the amendments to the meeting. Bring the amendments you want to.
Usually it's like a final, you get like a final document, and this is like, you look at everything and everything's okay.
When we approve the amendments, that's when we approve the documents. And then that's when we do an approved document, when we approve it. But nothing's being approved except for review. I don't see the complication in this, I really don't.
I think it's the time frame is what we're saying, like, that is not something that you literally, like.
That's why we'll have,
Yeah.
how long you guys want to have till we have a meeting to approve them?
No, I'm saying, like, usually, like, things like this, when you're writing policies and bylaws and rules and regulations, it is a drawn-out process. It sucks, but it is a drawn-out process, because, like, you should have drafted it together, you should have went through and then sent it to each of them to go back through and redraft on their own, and then met again, came and put your ideas together, met again, and then sent it to the attorney, and then after you send it to the attorney, then she can come in and sit down with you guys, and then you work on it together.
How long has this authority been around?
A long time.
It's never been done.
Well, the bylaws went missing, so now you are at a standpoint, because it's just like apparently the meeting minutes and everything. Everything happened, every piece of documentation that is vital to this organization and this company has went missing.
And people have been in and out of that office that do not need to be in that office.
So where were we?
Is this
any higher or not?
This is all there is to it?
I didn't know
Yeah,
if they
for
were
now. If you want to add something to it,
What do you mean for now?
if you want to add something to it, you have to put amendment. You put write it down, bring it with you.
Gotcha.
If you want something added or taken away, that's what you gotta do. 2 weeks
If you
ago,
submit it though, are we gonna have a discussion over it?
yeah, we gotta have a discussion. We have to give out to the public. Public, everybody, if you guys want a copy of these, the secretary will have a copy. It's open for the public to review too, just so everybody's clear.
Should we do this right to know?
No, you don't have to file right now. She will provide copies, we have to provide them to the
Just call
public.
me, noon to 4.
Okay?
Wait, email?
While you're at work.
You can email. I'll get it eventually, but I won't respond to you until after I get
Okay,
it.
where were we with the voting now? Tracy approved, motion to approve it. Mike seconded it. Tom, no. Tom said no. Jeff? Yes or no? Do you want the solicitor to review them or not? Jeff wants them to review them, okay.
Did she have input, just one more question, did she help you with that at all?
Nope.
Okay, 'cause
You know
that's-
why? Here's why, okay, I'll tell you why. Because it would cost us money, we'd have to vote on that first. That's why I want to send these ones to her that are drafted to her, for her to review them. And I want her to come to a meeting, it'll be open to the public, for public comment, and everybody else can comment on these rules and regulations and these bylaws. and
I will
say
tell you
what
the
they
reason
want.
I asked that question is because in the emails that I have received under my unredacted right to know,
Yeah.
is that she had actually sent email out.
How
that-
to properly go about
how to
that.
but she also said that she specified that she was willing to help draft them and help do that process.
Okay, well, she can put her input in and see what she wants to
But
change.
this was the preemptive process that I'm explaining.
Okay, I'm done with that. We're gonna move on. Not approved. Motion to have solicitor attend the meeting that we're gonna hold, a special meeting to approve and adopt these rules and regulations and bylaws. Is there a motion to have her attend that meeting?
I'll make that motion.
Mike Cross makes the motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thanks, Jeff. Jeff seconds it. All in favor? Aye. Tom, you oppose that one, or are you on board?
The paper that they give you doesn't mean anything. The paper that they gave you is for your review, but if you want to try and bring something completely different, and if you try and draft something up and just try and bring it to the work session.
Who rewrote it?
No, nobody rewrote anything, Tom.
There was nothing to.
None of that's been rewrote.
Not rewrote. We don't have any.
No, what are we doing?
They copied it from somebody else.
Yeah, who wrote that?
I didn't.
Just you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
I'd say no.
Okay. Tom says no.
That should have been the board doing that, not one guy.
Motion still carried.
Oh, no, I know, but it should be the board.
Okay. Anything else before we close the meeting? Good, Bill, one last time.
The 06 last rules and regs, then the chairman dropped the ball, that's why they weren't considered official.
Did you say 06 or 16?
06, February 06.
Okay, thank you, Bill. Motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
We can wait for Tom to do the rest of it if you want.
For what it's worth, I've been in a couple organizations where we've had to make our bylaws up, and that's how we did it. One person drafts, because if you had a public meeting,
They take forever.
you would have so many. So we have one guy draft the bylaws on 2 different organizations that I can remember, Rocktown and Snowmobile. And then you bring them to the meeting. It gives you a place to start. You're not paying an attorney a bunch of money to sit there, and she looks at it, gives you input, you put your input, and make the bylaws, and you adopt them.
Thank you, Dick.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Dad.
you
Appreciate it.
gotta understand, you don't got people at your place just nitpicking everything.
I just had to,
Well,
I just had to get started, that's all I wanted to do, get started.
Tracy.
Well, we're about ready to adjourn, so Tracy, motion to adjourn, is there a second, Mike? You second it?
Real
quick, you got it, you're hiring?
Right now.
It's not allowed on my property.
Okay, thanks for that, for the input.
What was that?
We're gonna adjourn. He
No,
seconded.
what'd she say?
Cunningham's not allowed on her property. Cunningham, is-
Oh,
so,
now he was hired.
I'll serve it in writing.
it's in the minutes, documented in the minutes. We're adjourned, you good? He adjourns, we're done, thank you. Thank you, Jeff, appreciate it.
All the ones that I've been.
Well, Tom, it sounds good.
Give me a bell, Tim. Well, you was talking to him?
No, talking to you. Yeah, what I do this time?
Now, listen, she'll have copies for everybody that's cool, it's not.
Maybe it'd be the best to do it that way, I don't know.
Well, what we did, we took the ones we had from 16, BCIs, and he brought a couple other ones in from like,
You can't have my folder.
it was some church or something.
Yeah, you have my folder.
We'll just cross it. We'll just. They want to change again, it's not time. Yeah, we'll give them till the next meeting. We've been without them for how long? A couple weeks. I'm just trying to do it. Jerry, you can get a copy of it too if you want.
I am talking. No, I just, while they were waiting. You don't need to be very.
That's, well, I want to hear that. That's what I'm waiting.
These are all the deposits that were made. This is what, scales that were billed to customers. Pretty much, but there's one extra month on here, but in December, they read the tail, and I don't remember what I got, but the bill went out. But then there was another billing cycle that went out, and they went out, that's why there's an extra one here, technical bill, this is everything that Brad billed for, and all this was the one different. I didn't know you
How do you know who you are? I know. Mr. Franklin.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you.
I didn't hear handled the coach situation. What are you gonna do about that? Coach is screaming at you at me.